and shine. So today is December. Look at me. Let's try this again. Today is January 7th, 2022, and it is 7:07 a.m. Okay. So I have not gone live in about like 2 days, I think it's been, or something like that, or a day, maybe a day. But I was just driving, right? And I wasn't even intending on going live probably until like tomorrow, okay? Because I'm currently in Texas, but today is my very last day here for a season, for a moment, because I'll be back. But today's my very last day here, so I'll be leaving here today, and I will be traveling to New York. So I'll be returning to New York, and I'll be there for a period of time before I'll be leaving there. So, but anyway, so I was just like, you know what, Father, I got so much to do. You know, you haven't given me a word. Maybe it's just, I just need to like do what I need to do, prepare to leave here and get settled in back in New York. And then maybe you'll give me a word, right? So now yesterday, I'm driving, right? Now this happened on, was it the same day? Yes, it was the same exact day, right? So I'm driving, going down the road, right? And then all of a sudden, like this 18-wheeler just like pulls out in front of me, right? And I'm just like, oh my gosh, like it was so abrupt. And I'm in a little old car, and this is an 18-wheeler. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, you're responsible for people's lives. What is you doing? So anyway, I let it go. I was just like, okay, whatever. People make mistakes, even on the road. So then I'm driving a little, and in a little while, a little further down the road, the same exact thing happens. A car just like pulls out in front of me in traffic, right? So I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, well, not pulls out in front of me, but like kind of like, because, we're going down the road, and it just kind of like went over, but no signal, no warning, no nothing. It just like jumped in front of me. So I'm like, oh my gosh, like you have got to be kidding me. What is this, right? Now that was yesterday, okay? So today I'm driving and I'm minding my very own business like I love to do. I'm going to check today. I'm going to check for submissions. Good. Rise and shine, rise and shine, rise and shine. I'm going to check submissions today. I haven't gotten around to that yet, but I will be checking to see what has came through. I'm good. I'm good. I am good. I'm amazing. The Father's good. No matter what we're going through, no matter what challenges we facing, no matter what hurdles or obstacles are thrown in our way, when we stand firm in His word and His promises and His purpose, we always going to be good, okay? It's always going to be a smile on your face, and you could be going through the most challenges of challenges, and you might cry for a moment, but guess what? You get right back up, you wiping them tears, and you're going to have that joy in your heart again. So I'm driving today, right? And I'm coming down the road, and the same exact thing happened to me. A car just like jumped in front of me. Well, it wasn't even a car this time. It was a pickup truck, but it had like some type of like, people that do landscaping, and they got like this long trailer attached to their truck, and they keep all the landscaping equipment, the lawnmower and all that stuff in it. He had that attached to his pickup truck. And I'm coming down the road. Now it's like a middle lane for like, if you're making a left or a right hand turn out of the road. So he just like jumps through the turning lane and like cut in front of me. So as I'm coming down the road, he's like jumping through from his side of the road through the turning lane to go across the street. And I'm just like, oh, like it just happened so suddenly. I didn't have time to prepare. Like, thankfully I wasn't going fast because it would have been an accident, right? But I'm just minding my very own business this morning and cruising, right? Now, this is the third time that this incident has happened with a car jumping in front of me. So I'm like, and then immediately the Father spoke, and He said, obstacles will be thrown in your way, right? They're going to come out of nowhere, left field. Like, you're going to be minding your own business, doing what you got to do, standing on my promises, standing on my purpose. You know what I'm saying? Like, doing what you got to do, and obstacles are just going to be thrown out there. Just thrown out there. It was a cartoon I was watching before, because I got kids, so I be watching cartoons with them sometimes. I can't think of what cartoon it was. What was it? Was it The Simpsons? I want to say it was was it The Simpsons? I don't think it was The Simpsons. I don't remember what it was, right? But it was some cartoon I was watching. And now it was I think it was like two little kids, and it was a grandmother. And so the grandmother was like older in her years, right? And let me turn this car off because I just pulled over to give this word, y'all, because I was in the middle of the driving, and the father was like, "Pull over," and when he abrupt with it, like, you just gotta listen. So I can't remember what cartoon it was, but it was a grandmother, and it was two younger kids. Now the grandmother's older in her years, right? And you know how it can be, like, as you become older and older, it's more, difficult for you to drive. So she was living with, I think, her daughter-in-law and her son, and they ended up basically like taking away her driving privileges, right? And because she had gotten into like two accidents, and they was like, listen, you're just too old at this point, like, no more driving for you, you need to have a seat, like, it's over for you. And she was getting so discouraged because she was like, I've been driving all my life. Like, this has been my independence, right? So now you taking my driving away. Like, so she just started getting depressed about it. And the kids decided that they was like, no, like, we not gonna watch you give up on this. Like, this is yours. It belongs to you. Like, no, we about to help you, right? It's so, cartoons are so funny. So the little kids decided they was gonna help grandma learn how to drive all over again. So they set up like a whole obstacle course in the backyard. They gave her a bicycle. They gave her a bicycle in the backyard, right? And they set up these cones in the backyard. So they put all of these cones, and then so she gets in on a bicycle. I think it was a bicycle. Or it might have been a lawnmower, like them ride along lawnmowers. I think that's what it was. So she's on yep, that's what it was. So she was on the ride along lawnmower, and she's driving, like, right? So she's they set up the cones, so it's kind of like, how to imitate, mimic how the road would be. So she's driving, driving along, doing what she got to do, like knocking these cones out, okay? And then the kids just come left field, and they throw in like all sorts of toys in the path of her. They done had like a fake person pop up out of nowhere, like, and she was like trying to weave it, but she couldn't, and she ended up crashing. So she got so discouraged. She was like, I failed. I can't believe this. They right. I'm too old. Like, I can't stand it's like things is popping up at me, and it's like I have no control over it. And then not only that, but I don't even know how to weave it. So I just need to like sit down, like they said, and driving for me is over. And she just got so discouraged, so depressed. And the kids was still there, like, no, like, you're gonna get this, you're gonna do this, like, this is for you. You're gonna drive again, right? So they ended up getting in the car now. Now they're in a real live car, and they like, come on, you gonna do this, you got this, right? So they driving. I think, yeah, the grandmother was driving. The kids is in the car. So they coasting down the road. And I don't remember what happened, but something happened. And I think, what happened? I can't remember what happened. Oh, I think she was going down a hill or something like that. And she was like, terrified her. She was like, no, I can't do this. So she closed her eyes, y'all. She just was like, I'm tuning out in this car. Now, meanwhile, the car moving, okay? The car's still moving full force down the hill, and she just like tapped completely out. She like go to the wheel and everything, closed her eyes. They was like, what are you doing? You're gonna kill us. Put your hands back on the wheel. Take control. Take control. Take control. She like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this. Ain't for me. This ain't for me. This ain't for me. And then so they like just talking to her and encouraging her and like coaching her through it. And then all of a sudden, she just remembered who she was. And she was like, you know what? I can't do this. Like, what am I thinking? Like, I got full control of the situation. So she grabs the wheel, holds tight to the wheel, and ends up dodging an accident right before it happened. And so between the car jumping out in front of me and this cartoon that the father just brought back to me, because I watched this cartoon a long time ago, right? What he is saying is that things are going to happen, right? When he's giving you a promise, when he's giving you a vision, when he's giving you a dream, when he's told you something's going to happen, when he's giving you confirmation of that thing, he showed you time and time again, like, listen, This is what I have for you. You have to stand on that promise. You have to stand on that dream. You have to stand on that confirmation like never before. Things is going to come. Things is going to be thrown your way. Obstacles is going to happen. Last minute lights is going to turn red, right? Stop signs is going to come out of nowhere. A person going to run across the street. A car going to dodge in front of you. Things is going to happen, right? Things is going to happen, especially if he's giving you a marriage promise, right? And he's told you who it is that you're going to marry. And he's showed you confirmation of that person and giving you like nothing but confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. This is the person that I have for you. Wait on me. Be silent. Be patient. There's a purpose greater than you, right? And then all of a sudden you got this boyfriend that want to come back now from 1961. Right, you got this unresolved issue with an ex that now is trying to come drag themselves back into your life and work things out, right? Or he's telling you, you know what, you're gonna move, right? You're gonna move, and then all of a sudden you get like people left and right trying to put you in somewhere, right? Trying to put you and place you somewhere. But meanwhile, he told you move into a specific location. So he's already given you that location. He's already confirmed that location. That location is already yours, right? All you have to do is stand in faith and just do what it is that he's doing, because he's going to give you further instruction. It's not going to be, here, this is your promise, now sit here. No. When he gives you a promise, he's going to say, here's your promise, now wait for further instruction. Right? Wait for further instruction. But I can almost promise you that when he's giving you these promises, like, it don't come easy, right? It does not come easy. Obstacles is going to come your way. Things is going to happen out of nowhere. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, like none of this was transpiring before he gave me this promise, before this purpose came, before that dream came, before this confirmation came. Nothing was happening. It was like crickets. Now all of a sudden I'm standing on this promise. I'm believing in this promise. And it's like things is happening left and right. What is happening, Father? And it's because it's for you. It's yours. I don't care what your self is trying to tell you. I don't care what thoughts are trying to rise up against that thing that he's placed inside of you and trying to rise up and tell you it's not so. It is so. It is so. It is so. The things that he's giving you, it is so. It is yours. It doesn't belong to anybody else. No thief can come and steal it away. Nobody can come and take it from you. Okay, you can give it away. You could be like, you know what? It's been too long. I'm out of here. Right? You can abort the mission. You can abort the mission, but then what? But then what? Because when he sends his word out, it won't return to him void. So you can abort the mission, but then you just setting yourself up for a reoccurrence of a circle, right? Because now you're going to go around in a circle and a circle and a circle, because you're going to be like the Israelites, okay, in the wilderness for 40 years, just walking around, murmuring and complaining for 40 whole years. But all in all, eventually his word is going to come to pass. Either two things are going to happen, as two things happen in the wilderness to the Israelites. Either his word is going to come to pass and you're going to see that promise, or you're going to die off and that's just going to be the end of you. Like some of the Israelites died in the wilderness, right? They literally passed away in the wilderness because of their murmuring and complaining and their failure to believe the promises that he had given them. And you know, he did like so many miraculous things, like before he even brought them through the wilderness. Okay, let's not talk about what he did in Egypt and all the miracles and signs and the wonders that he did before them. And they was like, oh my gosh. So it's like I showed you all of these things. Okay, you seen it with your very own two eyes. All of my signs, all of my wonders, all the things. And then I'm bringing you through the wilderness. And now because your things are not going your way, because you're not achieving what you thought you would achieve, you're not at your promise soon enough, you want to give up, you want to complain, you want to doubt. No, my promise still stands. I don't care what the outside world looks like. I don't care what anyone's coming to tell you to try to deter you from the promise that I've given you. My promise still stands. My word still stands. I don't care what's going on. Don't look to him, her, grandma, grandpa, mommy, daddy, you know, the kids. Like, don't look to them for something that I've given you. I've placed it in you. Come to me. Okay, and if I'm silent and I'm not answering, it's because it's meant for you to wait. You have instructions. You've already received instructions. You already know what it is that he told you to do. So it's up to you to be diligent in the work that he's given you. right? If he sat you down and said, here, read this book, I'm going to be right back. You sit down and you read that book until he comes back. Now, he might come back on the 5th chapter. He might come back on the 8th chapter. He might not even come back to the very last word of the last chapter. But you can rest assured that he is coming back. When he gives his word, he is going to see about it. And he's going to watch over it. And he's going to keep it. And he's going to see it to fruition. So you don't have to worry about that. You just have to focus on what it is that he has told you to do. Right? So I'm currently, and I'm like the biggest testimony right now for this, because I'm currently in my waiting season, right? So it's like I can't do anything but wait, right? I can't do nothing but, like, literally, okay? Literally nothing but wait. But in my moment of wait, he said, he's giving me instruction. Okay, I want you to do this. I want you to do that. Complete this, complete that. So it's like he's giving me this whole list of things. Like, it ain't just 1 or 2 things. Like, it was a whole lot that I had to do in my period of waiting, right? Because in waiting, he's preparing you for your promise. He's preparing you for your promise. So he's not just going to say, wait here and just sit here. No, he's going to give you instructions. Wait here and do this. Because everything that he's telling you to do is preparing you for when you enter into that promise. Right? So that you can receive it in joy, so that you'll be able to sustain it, that you'll be able to maintain it. Because it's not about just receiving the promise in the end. No, like, once you get that promise, it's like a whole lot that goes into maintaining that thing. Maintaining that thing. If you ask a millionaire or a billionaire today, was they able to become successful and then they never have to work again? They never have to do anything else again. They got their money, they have arrived, and that's it. No, it's a lot that goes into them maintaining those millions, maintaining those billions. They got to still keep coming up with new and new ways of doing things, creative ways, how to make money in new areas. It's like always growth. It's always growth. It's never that you're just going to arrive and now that's it. Okay, retired, kick your feet up. Like, no, it doesn't happen. How can I say this? If you desire to be successful and you desire growth and you desire just to reach new heights, you always have to evolve, right? You always have to evolve. You always have to grow. You always have to think to yourself, what can I do better? How can I do this better? What new ideas can I put into this? And that's just what it is in his word also. Like, when you standing on his purpose, you're always evolving, you're growing, you're changing, you're developing right before your very eyes. Sometimes you won't even notice your change, but someone else will notice it before you and be like, you know what? Your response to that was different. You ain't responding the same no more. What happened? Or you used to come to work and you used to just be fed up with this place by hour 2, but it seems like you through the day and you just got joy all day long. That's different. What happened? Right? So it's like when he's pruning you and he's taking you through these stages of developing you, you don't even realize how much you're changing. You don't even realize how much you're growing. The things that he's doing in you until sometimes you're out of it, right? And now you got that promise. You standing in his purpose and you're reaping all the benefits of the seed that you've planted. So all of these seeds that you planted, now that you're reaping the benefits of it, then you begin to see, it was a bigger picture. Oh, that's what you were trying to do, Father. Oh, I see now. But you don't always see in the beginning when he is doing what he's doing. Sometimes you have to have blind faith. You got to be blindfolded in the darkness and you got to just be holding on to the atmosphere, okay? Because it ain't even nothing to sustain you. Like, you just holding on to the air. Hold on here. Hold on. You just holding on because it's going to be the Father that's going to be right there to catch you and to lead you and to guide you into your promise and your purpose. So I just wanted to give this quick word that I don't care what obstacle is being thrown your way. I don't care what challenges that you're facing. I don't care what the situation looks like. Close your eyes in the midst of that chaos and see the promises that he's giving you. Okay, and hold on to that promise. See the instruction that he's giving you when you close your eyes. What is it that he's telling me to do? Remember, what is it that he's telling you to do? And it'll be in a still voice, still calm voice. He'll say, I want you to do this. I want you to go open that bank account. It'll be a thought. Sometimes it's just a thought. But more oftentimes than not, when that thought comes into your mind, especially if it's a positive thought, you know that it's the Father leading you, because he's not going to put a thought in your mind. The evil forces aren't going to put a thought in your mind that's positive. Like, they're not going to do that. Like, they're just going to lead you down the path of destruction. So I just, encourage that if a thought does come into your mind, just to be safe, because better safe than sorry. Bring it back to his, to him. Pray about it. Father, I'm receiving this thought, Is this from you? Is this what you're leading me to do? Show me, guide me, direct me. Because I don't know if it's from you or not. And he's going to bring you confirmation, whether it's for him or it's not. He's going to bring you confirmation. And it's up to you to follow through and be like, okay, I know for sure he's telling me to do this, and get right on it and do it. Don't delay. Don't delay. When you know for sure that it's from him, don't delay. Just do it. Be obedient, because obedience is better than sacrifice. Obedience is better than sacrifice. So be obedient to what it is that he's telling you to do. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I have to run because I have a flight in what time is this? 7? I gotta go to the airport in 2 hours, so I gotta run and finish doing what I gotta do so I can get to this airport, because they done already delayed me. They done already delayed me, because I was supposed to leave at my flight was supposed to leave at 5:30 this morning, and last night they delayed my flight, so now I'm not leaving until later, in 2 hours. So I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see y'all on the next video.